everyone, and welcome to the very first of my snapshot videos. Today we will be looking at the bees and bugs update. So a lot has happened so far because there's 3 sharp snapshots that I'm here to cover, and let's go through them starting from the very beginning. Okay, so we have finally got the new snapshot out. And these blocks have been added. You can see them in my hotbar. So we've got the bee nest, we've got the beehive, we've got the bee spawn egg, we've got the honey bottle, and we've got the honeycomb. And also we give new use to the flowers. So flowers can be used to breed bees, and also bees use the flowers for pollen. So you get 2 variants of the bee habitat, shall we say. So you get the bee nest, which is naturally found, and you've got the beehive, which is crafted. So you can only find these naturally spawning. So what you can do with these things is when bees go in and out, you get different honey levels. As you can see on the right of my screen, it says honey level 0 for this one, honey level 5. When it is at honey level 5, you can either dispense where are they? Shears. So if you put shears in here, and you dispense it, then all of the stuff comes out and you get honeycomb. You can put the honeycomb in the chest. And what you do with the honeycomb is you use it to craft the beehive. So I'm going to need a little bit more wood. Give me a second. So you just got to do something a little bit like this. And you put the honeycomb in the middle. Basically how you craft a bookshelf. Instead of books, you have honeycomb. And then you get that. So you can either share them by a dispenser or put a bottle through them by a dispenser, and then the bottle fills up with the honey from there. Or you can go and fill up the bottle manually, which this one isn't full at the moment. This one is. So you can fill up like that manually, and then the honey level always drops. There used to be a bug in the first snapshot where you could just dispense empty bottles, but now you can see the dispenser fails and nothing happens. But you can have a honey level 0 and get honey. So they fixed that bug. And then you can also obviously take shears manually and shear it. I just made that bee very angry. So you can do the same with the beehives. Take the bottles, do that to them, or the shears. It just makes the bees angry when you shear it. So you've got to be careful in survival. And it's good as a food source, but it is however non-stackable. What I did find is a few bugs. So firstly, we've got this needs to be fixed, because when a beehive is a beehive, when it reaches the honey level 5, the top's texture just goes really weird. Okay, so then the other things that were added was in the second snapshot, bees tried to avoid water. So if I just spawn a bee in this air bubble here, it doesn't go swim into the water, it goes straight up and out. And also they made the bee nest, which is the naturally generating kind, spawn on trees and spawn less often after the second snapshot, and they have to have an air block in front of them. So if there's a block here, this wouldn't have been able to spawn. They fixed a few bugs, and now they've added the functionality that if a villager is sleeping, wrong button, if it's nighttime and a villager goes to sleep, you can easily get them out of the bed by right-clicking. It's a really useful feature. Before you had to kind of like break the bed or push them out of the bed, and then you can use it. We do have a new library of features from other versions of Minecraft. So I think it's Bedrock Edition, you can ring a bell with redstone. That is now a feature in the Java Edition. And this can make for some very annoying contraptions. Just listen to this. That is one horrible sound. Okay, let's turn that off. Then also, if you don't know, in Bedrock also you can set your spawn. You can set your spawns. If I just go, oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Okay, that was definitely the wrong button. There we are. Okay, that's where I was. Very much the wrong button. Okay, that was very definitely the wrong button. So if I go into game mode, survival, and then let's say it's daytime. There we are. And then I try to sleep in the bed. It says you can only sleep at night and during thunderstorms. I haven't slept in that before. I slept in that bed and you saw I respawned over there. And then I go and kill myself. I respawn at the bed. So you can actually set your spawn point during the day, which is a really nice feature that's now been added to vanilla Minecraft. So you can now set your spawn in the day. Another thing that's been added is if you're at nighttime, I can't showcase this properly, but they've added a new command called game rule do insomnia, and you can either set it to false or true. So if you set it to false, phantoms don't spawn, and if you set it to true, they do spawn. So if you go to true, and as soon as you die, if you set it to wait. Okay, so if you set it to false, then as soon as you die, you'll get the respawn screen as usual. But it's really nice for map makers if they don't want to let the people respawn, and you want, like, say for example, a parkour challenge, you can set it to true, and then when you kill yourself, you immediately respawn. So that's a really nice feature for map makers and anyone who likes using command blocks for minigame. Then we've got a few new game rules as for damage. So we've got drowning damage. If you say true, then obviously if I go into survival, there we are. And then as soon as I press this button over here, no damage is taken whatsoever. The next one is fall damage. So if I do fall damage set to true, and I fall a very long distance down, I very much die. But if I set it to false, and I teleport myself up, it's basically really good for map makers and all of that, and you don't take damage. Then if you got fire damage, now set to false, and I'm still in survival, I could just walk through fire. If I set it to true, I start taking damage. False, I stop taking damage. So this has all been added in the 19W36A. Ow. And that's all for the bees and bugs. Hold on. I'm not in creative. That's all for the bees and bugs snapshot so far. I plan to release a video every now and then to keep you up to date on what's happening. It's been me, NPC, and goodbye.